Hey, it's Maddie and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I release 2 videos a week with tips, tricks, techniques, strategies to help you on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. And today I want to talk about overthinking, what it is and what to do about it. I asked over 1,000 people what the number one thing was that was holding them back from achieving more, from their success, that was holding them back from being truly happy. And 1/3 of them pointed to overthinking as being the cause for not getting further ahead in life. So we need to do something about it. And there is a simple step-by-step strategy that I'm going to lay out for you today so that if this is something that you encounter, you can get in control of it. So first of all, what is overthinking? So that is when you get a thought in your head that is just like on loop, like a hamster in a hamster wheel that just keeps going round and around, rattling about in your brain, and you just can't seem to stop thinking it. It might be thinking about a problem that you've got, a situation at work or with your relationships, or something that you are anticipating, maybe an opportunity that is coming up that you're nervous about. Overthinking can be the result of feeling stressed. It can be the result of being anxious about something. It can be a symptom that you are heading towards burnout. It might be that you are overthinking something that has already happened. So your reaction to something. I know it's really common to replay in your head your response to someone, something you said that you thought, oh, I wish I hadn't said that. And you just replay it on a loop in your head over and over again. When you're overthinking something that has happened in the past, that's actually called rumination. It's kind of like a subcategory of overthinking. And this strategy will help with that too. So what you want to do if you have this tendency, if you recognize what I'm saying here and you go, yeah, that happens to me. I overthink. I think things over and over again. There's that loop in my head. It almost feels like a compulsion, right? That you just can't stop with that thought. Well, the first thing you need to do is identify it. Go, okay, this is what's going on right now. I'm overthinking this situation. I am overthinking what happened last week. I'm overthinking this problem that I'm facing. And once you've identified it, you need to write it down. You need to get it out of your head. Grab a piece of paper and write down the thought that is on loop in your head. Write it down in as much detail as you want. Whatever the words are that are going on in your head, write them down. What's really important is to get it out of your brain. See, the thing is, our brain can't actually process the thoughts that are going on a loop in your head. We need to get it down before your brain can start working out how to solve this particular problem. The overthinking itself actually won't get you to any solution. It's not effective in that way at all. So in order to start processing it, we need to write it down. So once you've identified it, number 2, you write it down. Now, I will always advocate writing it out by hand in your journal or on a scrap piece of paper or whatever, rather than typing it out or putting it in your phone. That's a personal preference. I know that there's been a lot of research to show that the physical contact, when you take something from your brain and it goes through your hand and you write it down, that actually is more effective in getting something out of your brain. But if it's easier for you in the moment to type it on your phone, then do that. Do whatever you're actually going to be able to commit to doing. The important thing is that you get it down. When you've done that, the next thing that you need to do is give yourself an allocated amount of time. Give yourself 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum to actually contemplate what you've written down, to go into problem-solving mode, or go into self-preservation mode, go into forgiveness if it's something that you've done last week, something that you're ruminating on. Work out what you need, what the thought parameters are around what you've written down. Figure out what needs to happen with that thought. What are the solutions you can bring to it now that you're looking at it in front of you? You give yourself that 10, 15 minutes. And then when that time is up, that's it. What you need to do at that point is what I call a sensory hook. You're going to hook yourself back into the moment. So you fold up that piece of paper or close down the app, the notes app on your phone or whatever it is. You get rid of that physical representation of what you've written down, and you do your sensory hook. Now, sensory hook is anchoring into something you can see or taste or smell or touch or hear. So use one of your senses and just really zero in on that. So you might look up from your piece of paper, look up from your screen and see something in front of you and just spend 60 seconds, 1 minute, just focusing on that thing. And it could be something you hear, listen for the furthest sound you can hear, something that you're smelling, whatever. Use one of your senses. This is your sensory hook to get yourself back into the moment, and then you get on with your day. And what this does, it's not to say that you'll never revisit those thoughts, but it breaks the loop so that you can actually constructively work through whatever the situation or the problem might be and move on with your day. And the next time you have either that same thought or another thought coming up in loop, you repeat that process. And the first few times you do it, it may feel artificial, it may feel difficult, it may just be hard to remember to actually do the process. But when you get in the habit, like anything, of carrying out this process, the easier it will become and the more effective it will be. And that's it. That's your kind of like 3-step strategy to putting the brakes on this overthinking so that you can actually get in control of your thoughts and actually bring some solutions to whatever the situation is that has got you into that overthinking mode. Now, look, if you think this is going to be helpful for you, I have put this kind of checklist down in a free download for you. I've put the link below so you can hit that link and get an overview of what this system is, and then you'll be able to go through it on your own. So grab that download for you. It's completely free. You can hit the link down there and you can get your own personalized checklist so that you are able to go through this process so that you can stop overthinking if it's an issue to you. Look, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so that you can come back and we can go through all of these tips and tricks that I have for getting you to living the best version of who you are. And if you want, hit the bell icon so that you are informed every time a new video comes up. I'll see you again soon. Hit the download link to grab your checklist from this strategy that we've gone through today. See you soon.